Hello, everyone. Good morning. Let me make sure, is my mic on? I think my mic is on. If there's, let me know if you can hear me and see me. That's it. Let me look in the chat, see who's here. Got a lot of people here already. Let me see. Let me make sure I don't miss anybody. Easy Bake, how you doing? Frankie Viper. Great Meals Barbecue. Pickles, good to see you, Pickles. My beard still isn't your beard, but, you know, it's a beard. Billy Garfield from LA. How you doing, Billy? In my neck of the woods. Great Meals Barbecue, Southern Illinois. Good. Oren, how are you doing? Peter from the Netherlands. How you doing? Jeff, Columbus, Ohio. Brian Vstrom. Hey, Brian, how you doing? Let's see. Jim Littler, Manitoba. Is it really sunny in Manitoba right now, or are you being cute? I thought it was cold right now. Well, I guess it could be sunny and cold. Yeah, it's not always cold and cloudy. It could be sunny and freezing, too. Let's see. Chicken Fried Barbecue. Good to see you. Where are we at? Frankie. I think I caught you, Frankie Viper. AD, how you doing? How dare you interrupt me watching one of your videos so they can watch this video. Love your channel. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. David Gendron. Is it Gendron or Gendron? I think I got it right. Gendron. Gloomy England. Okay, yeah. Across the Atlantic. Eastwind Farms. How you doing, Chris? Good to see you. Well, let's see. Catching up. Let's see. So I catching up here with everybody. Bottle Cap Barbecue, how you doing? And if I miss you, I'm sorry. Say something else in chat, and I'm sure I'll hopefully see you. Bottle Cap, how you doing? Chad H, good to see you. Corey Driver, hello. Kevin Knoll. Let's see. Wesley Mitchell, how you doing? Wesley, good to see you. Chad, how did I know you were from Green Bay? I mean, it's not very transparent in your icon there. Not at all. Let's see. Great Pickles. I catch everybody here. Raspberry Rock Russell, how you doing? Good to see you. David Gendron. So it is Gendron. I had the second one right, not the first one. Okay, so Gendron. Thank you for letting me know. So how's everybody doing today? Let me just double check something here. Everything looks good. It is Saturday, December, what is today? The 15th, like a week and a few days until Christmas. Man, did anyone see my roast video this morning? That roast was good. Let me tell you. We still have a little bit left over, but that thing turned out really nice. I've done those frequently over the years, but there's just something when it just, you cut into it, and you know you're expecting it to be that sort of medium rare pinkish thing, and you cut into it, and it just feels really good. So that was a good roast. So yeah, hopefully you've seen that video that I put out this morning. Let's see, where are we at here? Mandy Speakman, how are you doing? Hey, Rye, Glenn and I tuned in while we relaxed with a mug of mulled wine. Nice. I always remember the first time I ever heard that term, mulled wine, was in It's a Wonderful Life, when Clarence the Angel asks for that at Martini's bar. He calls it something else too, but he asks for mulled wine. So yeah, let's see. Where are we at here? Bottle Cap Barbecue, beautiful 61 degrees in Phoenix. Oh yeah, see, what are we right now? Let me see. We're like 71 here right now. I have a weather station at my house so I can actually see what it's like right outside. So yeah, I think we're supposed to be in the 70s this week. We might even get up to upper 70s in the middle of the week. So not cold. At least the nights are cool. Getting down in the 40s for us, that's cool. So yeah. Let's see. Steph Simino, how are you doing? Looked amazing. I hope you're talking about the roast, because yeah, it came out really good. I was really, really pleased with that. One of the funny things about when you're doing videos and you're, putting a video up, and then you got to come up with the thumbnail. And so, we'll take, I don't know, a dozen shots of different things with cameras to try and get the right picture. Sometimes the best picture is actually a screen grab from the video. This one for that was actually, we took the roast, put it on a platter, and moved a coffee table in front of the Christmas tree and put the platter on the table in front of the Christmas tree and took the picture that way. So that one actually worked out. But yeah, it did look nice, and it tastes great. Just came out really good, especially with horseradish on those. I love horseradish on, ribeye roast, prime rib, things like that. Yeah. Kevin Knoll, I'm looking forward to making mine. Thanks for sharing the video. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. I did one I think it was last year, on the Oklahoma Joe's Highland, and I decided this time I wanted to do it on the kettle, just for having something different, but also because it's actually a little more control on the kettle. The Highland, your temperature is going to range a little bit more since you're burning wood. You're going to have to dial it in a little closer. The kettle really, even though I was a little hotter than I wanted to be, I wanted to be between 225 and 250 Fahrenheit. But I was okay up to 275. It really ranged between 250 and 265 for the entire cook. That cook would have normally taken about 4.5 to 5 hours on the temperature range that I usually do it at or can get it at. This one took 3 hours and 40 minutes, so didn't harm it at all. It was just really nice. Turned out really good. Yeah, let's see here. Pickle says, heck yeah, it looked great, Rye. Thank you. Yeah. Chad H, first time trying to smoke ribs. Any tips? Yeah, don't worry about time. Look for tenderness between the ribs. You know, if you have a temperature probe in between the meat after you start getting that flex. You know, if you've got them on a grill or a smoker, you know, after about 3 hours, if you check them, I don't know what your method you're going to use, you know, like a 3-2-1 or just straight all the way. Keep moisture in the chamber, spritz them if you need to after a couple hours. But when you lift them up like with tongs and you get that flex, if you're not getting much flex, they obviously need more time. If you start getting a lot of flex, then it's time to start thinking about, are you going to put sauce on them soon? And then probe in between the bones and see, really, is that just going in and out like that? Then you're really close. So, and also it depends on how you like your ribs. Do you like them fall off the bone? Do you like them, like me, a little bit more bite? So when you bite it, you can feel the meat, but it pulls away clean from the bone. You know, fall off the bone, you take it a little longer. So really the tip is, you know, give it moisture in the chamber when you're doing it, and don't worry about time. It's probably going to take, depending on what kind they are. I don't think you said what kind they are. If they're baby backs, my baby backs usually take anywhere between 4 to 5 hours. I've had them take a little longer. Spare ribs to me usually take about 6. St. Louis cut spare ribs take anywhere from 5 to 6 usually. So, you know, just give yourself the time and enjoy it. Let's see, where are we at here? Okay, John Shock, how are you doing? The roast did look good. Thanks for sharing the recipe. Yeah, I mean, it's recipe for that is just that rub, really, and then cooking it. The rub was so simple, and I put in that tablespoon of Desert Gold rub, which was my last tablespoon. It's gone now. I have to get some more because I just love that rub, and I wanted to get that flavor in with the other ingredients. But you could totally leave that out. If I was going to leave that out and wanted to put one more ingredient in there, I would put a tablespoon, or actually probably 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and substitute that for that 1 tablespoon of Desert Gold rub. Because that does have a little bit of sweetness in it that I like. Yeah. Let's see. Oren, the roast video was great. Thank you very much. Raspberry Rock. Alicia's doing beef Wellington for our next cooking video. I have never done beef Wellington. That's actually kind of complicated, isn't it? That's the one with the pastry wrapping around it? I want to see that video, Russell. I want to see that. Great Meals Barbecue. I'm doing 3 turkeys and smoked cabbage tomorrow. Nice. I've never done a smoked cabbage. Someone recently, I think it was in a live stream about, I don't know, 5 or 6 weeks ago. I was joking about something, and they said, no, really, you should try smoking lettuce, because I guess people do actually do it. And I looked it up, and they're right. Yeah, people smoke lettuce, and I didn't realize about the cabbage, so that's interesting. I'd like to see that. Dive Master Matt, how you doing, Matt? Hey, Rye, raining in New Jersey, no smoking this weekend. I tried out my new homemade Vortex. It worked awesome. Yeah, I have your pictures. They're in the live stream today. That's nice, man. It's nice when you have the skills to be able to do things like that. You know, 30 years ago, I worked in plumbing for a short time. Had some more skills back then. My skills tend to be more towards like wood and doing things with wood, or really just sort of trying and seeing if I can make something work. But yeah, so let's see here. Let's see. Peter, really nice weather here. Here it's about -1 Celsius. Okay, so you're about 30 Fahrenheit, somewhere around there. Not too bad. Close, how you doing? Close, good to see you. It's going great. Yeah. Billy Garfield. Hey, Billy, how are you doing? Midway through your roast video, I had to grab several napkins to wipe my drool. Yeah, that's a good reaction, man. Yeah. Pardon me. Let's see. John Shock also liked your Christmas gift idea video. Yeah, thank you. That was an interesting one to do, because I was a little... My wife said, you should really do one like that. And I was like, yeah, but then it's like you're just trying to push things on people. But then I decided, you know, if I pick 5 things that I have and I use. And it's like when I showed the Vortex in that video, it's like that Vortex has clearly been used. It's filthy because I use it at least once a week. So I figured if I put stuff in the video that really shows that I use it and makes my life easier when I'm cooking and grilling, then I thought that would work well, and it seems to have been, you know, good reception on the video. So yeah, thank you. Let's see, Bottle Cap Barbecue, doing an insane grilled cheese tomorrow. Look for the video Tuesday. I'm doing a grilled cheese today, man. Cool. Yeah. Steph Simonu, need to drill out the hole for temp probe. I'm worried the drill oil will transfer to the smoke flavor. Any suggestions, advice? Should I use liquid soap or just re-season the cooking chamber? If you use the drill oil, I had to do that too on one of the cuts I did on, I think it was on the Weber kettle. If you just run a good burn after it without anything in there, it should be fine. You'll burn it off. And then if you want to re-season after that, you can. But make sure you give a, you know, clean it off first with, you know, some water and a rag and stuff. And then just do a good burn in there. You know, get it up to 400 degrees if you can. Let it go for half an hour, and it should burn it off. That's usually what manufacturers recommend when you get a new unit like a smoker or barbecue. You know, because there's always some manufacturing greases and things that are left in those. They say do a good burn for like an hour or two just to kind of get all that stuff out of there. So yeah, once you burn it off, it should be okay. But you know, you'll be able to tell if you need to do it a second time after you light that next fire. Let's see. Brandon Larson, hello from Salt Lake City, getting ready to smoke a pork butt on the Ugly Drum Smoker. Nice. Chad H, thanks, Rye. Well, you're very welcome. Thank you. Dwayne, how are you doing? Good to see you, Dwayne. Jacqueline Redmond, Rye, happy holidays. Really love all your videos from Trinidad. Well, thank you very much. I just used up the last of my Trinidadian pepper sauce. The pepper sauce from the recipe from my friend Russell's wife, Russell's Raspberry Rock Off-Grid Cabin. Just used the last of it, yeah. Uh-oh, we have a Meat Fund donation from CJ. Thanks for the great video. This AM huge inspiration, one of the best channels out there. Cheers, brother. Hey, CJ, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. All right, we're going to bring out a Bat Cow. Now, I think what I'm going to do today is I'm going to start with first Bat Cow, and we'll work our way through with any donations. So we're going to go back to classic Bat Cow for the beginning. And CJ, thanks for the Meat Fund donation. And without further ado, here's original Bat Cow. Bat Cow thanks you. Thank you very much, CJ, and Bat Cow appreciates it too. I'm still working on the 4th animation to bring the story full circle. So we'll have to see. It's just been so crazy busy lately, and I think I'll probably have it done in a couple of weeks, hopefully by the end of the year, so we can wrap up the Bat Cow storyline by the end of the year. But we'll see, hopefully. But thanks again, CJ. I appreciate that. Let's see. There we go. Dean Johnson. Hey, Dean, how are you doing? Hey, Rye. Hello from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan on the shores of Lake Superior. Nice. Yeah. I've got a family. You're in, let's see. You're in Michigan. You're in Michigan. I have family in Minnesota. That's where my mom and dad were from. So Upper Midwest there. A whole lot of family. Love that area. Love that area. It's been, I haven't been back there since I was a kid. But I always see my relatives posting pictures from, you know, their time at the lake or their snowshoeing or cross-country skiing. It just looks so beautiful. Yeah. Let's see. Let me get going here. Let's see. Where are we at here? Florin 68100. I'm just going to call you Florin. How are you doing? Good to see you there. Easy Bake. Getting caught up here. Let's see. Brandon Larson, I like your Christmas gift video. The only thing I need is the tongs. Those are some great tongs, and what's interesting about it is I think there were some comments in a video a while back where people were asking me about it, and they're saying, those look great, those look great. And I didn't know where I got them from because they were a gift quite a while ago. And then someone actually, one of my viewers, found where they were on Amazon and sent me the link. So I was able to add them to my Amazon store and, you know, be able to share the link with people because they really are great tongs. I've had those tongs for, I think, 8 to 10 years. And if you look at those in the videos, they look almost new. That padding on the handles, like a rubberized padding, has not separated, has not come off. They're by far the best tongs I've ever had. They're just awesome, yeah. Let's see. Dwayne, that talk about grilled cheese is making me hungry. Yeah, I'm looking forward to making that this afternoon too. Cooking with CJ, Rye, throw the hashtag grilled cheese, please. Huge collab due out Tuesday. Oh, so we've got, there's a grilled cheese, please collab out Tuesday. So, yeah, if any of you guys want to, check out the grilled cheese, please collab, drop it there. That's going to be the hashtag. Hold on, let me drop that here just so people know. Hold on. Grilled cheese, please. Hopefully I'm spelling that right. There goes. That'd be cool to see. I didn't know about that. I'm just doing it today. It's in my schedule of videos. That's why it's hard. I don't generally do collaborations because my videos are really planned out. Like when I'm doing something, when I'm releasing something, it's kind of the only way that I can do as many as I do. I do at least 4 videos a week. And so it's really hard to like plug something in at a certain time. So it's hard to do a collaboration, but that'll be cool to see all that grilled cheese, man. Let's see. Marco Werner, how you doing, Marco? Good to see you. Steph Simino, thanks for the intro, Rye. My pleasure. Bottlecap Barbecue, just wait until Tuesday. Bunch of us releasing grilled cheese videos. That'll be cool. That'll be cool. Look forward to that. Chad H, thanks for doing the Christmas gift idea video. I'm going to buy one of those knives. Yeah, that knife, that Victorinox knife, it's not super cheap by any means, but you can spend a lot more money on a slicing knife, but it is scary sharp. Super scary sharp if you maintain that thing. I actually am afraid of it when I'm washing it. I'll put it in, I'll hold it in the sink with like a thing and just scrub it gently, trying to keep my hands away. It is scary sharp. Yeah. John Shock, rocking old school with the Bat Cow. Nice. Yep. Got to bring back old school Bat Cow every once in a while. Culinary Cookhouse. How you doing, Mike? Good to see you. Let's see. I know. Who let Mike in here? Bottlecap's wondering. He sneaks in every once in a while. Dean Johnson, love your channel, right? Top notch. I appreciate that, Dean. Thank you very much. I really enjoy doing this. I'm having a great time doing it. Let's see. Let's sneak in. Culinary Cookhouse. Oh, Mike, you're going to be in the hot seat this week? Are you? Wait, let's see. What's up, Steve? Looking forward to spending some time in the hot seat. Nice. I'll have to be looking for that. Is that going to be Tuesday or Thursday? Was it Tuesday or Thursday? I know you did Troy and Justin on Tuesday last week. Is it Thursday this week? Let's see. Marco Werner, the Victorinox knife we can't get in Germany. Bummer. There's got to be a good, substitute in Germany. There's good cutlery in Europe. Yeah. Let's see. Paul McGowan. Hey, how you doing, Paul? Hey, Rye. Just found granulated hot mustard. Used it on beef ribs, marinated 1 day. Add mirin and sugar. The hot mustard powder comes through nicely. Nice. Very nice. Let's see. Where are we at here? 1965 Chevelle. Oh, do you... Okay, that's your name. You have a 65 Chevelle? Nice. My neighbor has a 69 Camaro. Really, he's working on it. It's nice. Smoking beef shoulder roast now on the Weber kettle. Nice. Nice. Let's see. Scotty's Backyard Barbecue. Smoking 25 pounds of venison hot dogs. Is that venison hot dogs in your Bradley? Nice. I've never had venison hot dogs. I love venison. It's really hard to get, I'm in Southern California. Getting good game meat, good sourced venison and things like that is actually really difficult here. So I don't want to do something like, venison when it's just not good quality. So just have to kind of wait and see. Let's see. Cooking with CJ. All right, head out back to start grilling. Y'all have a good day. CJ, thanks for coming by, man. Appreciate the donation. And I'm going to have to check out the grilled cheese videos, man. Looking good. Chicken Fried Barbecue says they are crazy sharp. Yes, they are. Dwayne, grilled cheese sandwiches and tomato soup is a great combination. I agree with half of that. And I'm just going to be honest here. I hate tomato soup. I hate tomato soup. For some reason, my mom would make tomato soup when I was a kid, and it was like one of the very few things she made that I did not like. I've just never liked it. I don't know why. So, I'm sorry. But yeah, grilled cheese, definitely. Let's see. Where are we at here? Culinary Cookhouse, you're going to be on Thursday on the hot seat. All right. Sounds good. I'll try and catch that. Bruce Todd made the ginger garlic tri-tip. It was awesome. My first tri-tip will not be my last. That's awesome. Thanks. Yeah, tri-tip's a great piece of meat, man. I love that. Uh-oh. Raspberry Rock has dropped a 10 spot in the meat fund and is requesting Death to Chicken Joker. Well, that will be in Animation 4. So I'm going to go with Animation 2 here so we can move through the story. We started with classic Bat Cow. So let's bring Bat Cow's partner into the mix now. Thank you, Russell. And here comes Bat Cow.
Bat Cow thanks you.
Right on, Bat Cow.
I love that. Thank you very much, Russell, for the donation to the meat fund. It's appreciated. And that's I love doing that stupid animation stuff because I'm just so bad at it. It almost looks good. But anyway, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Chad H., what is your favorite video that I've made? Wow. That is an interesting question. You know, I've actually never been asked that question, I don't think. The favorite video that I've made. Okay, I think I can have two on that. My favorite, just because it was really kind of my first big video, was my brisket overnighter video. That's over a year ago, I believe. Had so much trouble in that video. It was windy like crazy. The brisket turned out good. It didn't turn out great. And I even said that in the video. I did like this little addendum at the end of what I would do different. But that video really taught me a lot about making the videos because it was I was up all night. It was an overnight brisket cook and I stayed up all night because I had to have it done by like I think noon the next day for family. And it was just, we were having 40-mile-an-hour winds. You can see it and hear it in the video. And I was doing it in the offset, so there was just, the wind was pushing the smoke back in through the smokestack and smothering the fire. I went through twice as much wood as I would have normally gone through on a brisket cook because the fire, just to keep it going, because there was so much airflow coming the back way through the smokestack. It was a really hard video to make, but I had so much fun making that. My favorite video in terms of the ones and the ways it turned out and the response, even though it's not my most popular video, is my my mom's deviled egg video. I did a video on my mom's deviled eggs, on how she would make deviled eggs. And it was really interesting. You know, she passed away about 8 years ago, a little over 8 years ago, that around Thanksgiving time, that video just got like boom. People were searching that video and watching it like crazy. And I was thinking that if she was around, she would have got such a kick out of that, that people were like watching her deviled egg video, her deviled egg recipe video. So I think that's like the one that means the most to me, even though it's a smaller video. It has bacon in it though. We did do 3 eggs in it, her classic. We did one with sriracha and one with bacon. And turned out great. So yeah, I was really happy with that. Great Meals Barbecue. I have a 70 Chevelle and 2 67 Mustangs. Nice. You're into the cars, man. That's cool. When I was a kid, I mean a kid, the car that I loved the most, because there was someone on our street that had one, was the, what was it called? The Mach 1, the Mustang Mach 1 or something like that. It was just the coolest looking car at that time. I don't know what about it, but I loved that car. Scotty's Backyard Barbecue, Western Wisconsin. Cool. Kevin Nash, love that tri-tip burger recipe. Bought the stuff to make it. Found that Trader Joe's barbecue sauce too cool. I love that. I think that was the was that the sriracha barbecue sauce I used on that? I think it was. That was really good. Yeah, grinding that up with the tri-tip and getting the bacon, the AFS bacon, the acceptable floppy state bacon in there for the fat and a little bit more of the flavor, really helped. It was a good burger. Yeah. Let's see. David Gendron. Marco, how can you not get the Victorinox slicer in Germany? They're Swiss, and I can get them in the UK. Interesting. Okay. Oh, that's right. I forgot that's Swiss. Duh. Yeah. You would think that they would be available pretty easily across Europe, but maybe it's just in the Amazon store, not available there. That Amazon stores, like I have it linked in my Amazon store in the description of the videos, Amazon stores in different countries don't always have those same items. So you may not be able to actually order it through Amazon, but there's other retailers. I'm sure you can get it, yeah. Brian Vstrom, hi Rye, on your Char-Broil electric smoker, do the chips in the box always burn fully for you? I'm getting about 20% burn. Used to get 100 when it was new. They all char. They never burn like up completely to ash. Usually they'll just be you know, little charred pieces of wood in there at the end and burn. I mean, I guess if you're talking about disappearing, burning down, I would guess there's probably about 20% left in terms of just really charred pieces, with the rest being totally gone to smoke. So I think I probably have about 20% of the actual volume left when I'm done with it. And that really depends, though, how much I start with and if it goes a full length. Like if I put, you know, say, fill that box halfway and I'm only doing a 2-hour cook or something, they will not all burn. But if it's filled halfway and I'm saying going 4 or 5 hours, they generally will all get down to just those last few charred pieces. Yeah. Let's see. Gary King lived by Campbell's Tomato Soup Factory. It was years before I could eat tomato soup again. I always tell the story that when I was growing up, we never had lamb. We weren't allowed to have lamb in our house because my dad served in the Pacific in World War II and was stationed for a good portion of that time on New Guinea and surrounding islands. And for whatever reason, he said they were served lamb every day for like 4 months one time because they could get lamb from the shepherds, farms, whatever was shipped in. And so he said he hated lamb. So we never had lamb when I was growing up. I didn't have lamb till I was like 18 years old. I love lamb, but yeah. Let's see. Bottle Cap Barbecue in classic Joker fashion. He should be dropped in a vat of oil. Fried chicken Joker. That's not a bad idea, actually. Yeah. Wesley Mitchell, not a fan of tomato soup myself. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Just never struck me as something I liked. Great Meals Barbecue. I'm doing prime rib for Christmas. I want to smoke it, but wife wants it done in the oven. Any tips? You could do both. You could smoke it for a couple hours outside and then finish it in the oven, just like you would a brisket or any other cut of meat. You know, just do it to temperature. Have a temperature probe in it. That way you'll get some smoke flavor. You know, but there's nothing wrong with doing it just in the oven for great flavor. Have a great rub on it. You could even get a rub that has some smoky flavor in the rub. You know, some smoked salts or things in it, if that's what you really want. Let's see. Bottle Cap Barbecue, new wife. Okay, I guess you could take that route if you want to be drastic, but, you know. 65 Chevelle. Yes, I've had it for 42 years. Smoking 15 pounds a whole New York strip for Christmas. Nice. Really enjoy your videos. Keep them coming. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I was at where was I the other day? There's a store in our area called Smart and Final. They have a pretty decent meat selection. They do a lot of stuff for, you know, wholesale things too, and, you know, food trucks buy from them. But they had a couple nice strip loins there. I didn't get one, but it looked pretty good. I was tempted. Let's see, where are we at here? Zod, I'm honestly addicted to your style of deviled eggs. Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, my mom, they were her deviled eggs. And then my wife's adopted it. And whenever we have a party or go somewhere and bring them, people love them because my wife makes them just like my mom did. And they're just so simple, but so good for some reason. I'm glad she made those things. And I'm glad she left the recipe. You know, we have several of her recipes. I've done videos, 3 videos now on cracker pies because that was my mom's cracker pie recipe and I changed it up for each one. And that's so easy. I mean, I'm not a baker and I can make that. That one I did just recently, which was the whiskey chocolate pie, was using her cracker pie as a base and, you know, adding other ingredients and making it. And that was so good. It was so good. And the great thing about the cracker pies they are awesome the next day, because they're totally solidified and you can cut them and just hold them in your hand and eat them. They're just awesome. Let's see. Okay. Forfo, how you doing? How do you approach being consistent with uploading, and do you record multiple times a day? In terms of being consistent, I just do it. You know, I've worked as a writer for 26 years, 27 years, making my living. That's my day job. And, you know, you have deadlines. You have to complete things. So kind of transitioning to doing these things in videos is not much different. You know, I know that I have to get it done. Now, if a week came and something happened and I couldn't get out 4 videos, I wouldn't kill myself. But it's just something I've committed to trying to do to help grow my channel. As far as filming multiple times a day, there are occasions where I will do that. In fact, I prefer to do that if I can. It's much easier to film, you know, 2 or 3 videos. One day I did 3 videos, and then you just edit them over multiple days. The filming, honestly, is not the most difficult part. everything's important, but the editing really is the thing which I've worked on and tried to get better at, and I'm still working on. But it takes, like for that video I put out of the ribeye roast, that was, I think, about, I can't remember, a 13-minute video. So I could look it up, but I don't want to pull up another screen right now. But let's say it's a 13-minute video. That video took me 10 hours to edit and to get right. Now, I'm not a professional editor. I know there are editors out there who could whip that out in an hour, you know. But I'm really particular about trying to get things right. So, yeah, that's just me. I commit to doing it to get the videos out. You know, I generally try to do like a Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sometimes that Wednesday video will move. And that's just really because I want to try and grow my channel. And the more consistent, good content you put out, the easier it is for your channel to grow. Let's see. Great Meals Barbecue. Took me 32 years to train this one. Yeah, I think my wife has trained me. So let's see. Dwayne. My eldest sibling had a Camaro when I was a kid. I think it was his very first car, if I remember correctly. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's fun to think back of cars back in the day. I mean, I was born in the 60s, in the early 60s, and so, or the mid 60s. So looking at the cars like that the cool people in our neighborhood had, like, you know, the teenagers and stuff like that in the 70s was just cool. They had such cool cars and they worked on them, and the sounds they made when they drove were just awesome. Cars just aren't the same anymore. You know, there's pluses to that, but there's some minuses too, and just, I don't know, they're just amazing. Let's see. Oren says, Great Meals Barbecue, search for turn off the oven rib roast made in a Dutch oven, turns out perfect. Cool. Try that, yeah. Chad H, what's your favorite meat to cook? Tri-tip. I've said it many times. Tri-tip. Favorite meat, most versatile meat that I cook, easiest to cook, get the best, most consistent results out of it. And I've used it, you know, for doing a tri-tip, just a roast. Used it for steaks. Used it for making burgers, just a video the other day, my tri-tip bacon burger. Used it, you know, the next day, slicing it for like roast beef. It's just a great cut of meat. Let's see. Wesley Mitchell, I tried your pork tower. The wife loved it. Yeah, that was the one with the pineapple on top and the balsamic drizzle. That was good. That was good. Kyle Tudelakas, why the Mercury Rising poster? Just a fan? No, I wrote the book, actually, that the movie was based on. Let me see if I have the book here. This is the book that the movie Mercury Rising was based on, called Simple Simon. This was, I think, came out in 1995. The movie came out in 98, I think. 1998. So, yeah, I wrote the book that movie was based upon. I'm a writer. That's what I do. Let's see. Where are we at here? Dwayne, your dad had too much lamb. That turned him off. Yeah. My late maternal grandmother made lamb once. I had it as a kid. It was good. My late maternal aunt and uncle had a sheep farm. Nice. Yeah, he just refused to have it in the house because he said literally they ate it every day for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 6 months. And it's like, I mean, I guess if someone, you know, shoved, you know, tri-tip in me for 6 months, I wouldn't want it for a while too. But I was glad I finally did try it after, you know, I moved out. Close. I'm going to smoke a brisket for my Christmas work party at Smart and Final. Nice. Yeah, if you can get a good one at Smart and Final. I get my briskets either at Smart and Final or at Costco. Costco has great prices. A lot of times they'll be on sale for $2.99 a pound for the USDA Prime full packer briskets, and $2.99 a pound is a good price here for that. 1965 Chevelle, nothing like mom's cooking. Absolutely. Yeah. My mom was a simple cook. She grew up on a farm, you know, watching her mom cook, but she made good food. Chicken fried barbecue. Christy mentioned on the hot seat the other night, crab and deviled eggs. Yeah, I've seen people do that. Do like crab deviled eggs, and they look good. Let's see. Kevin Nash says, Brian, I think you can pull the chute out a bit to let air in the chips. Some people add in broken pieces of charcoal to help burn the chips. If he's talking about the Masterbuilt like I have, wait, did he say Masterbuilt or Charbroil? If it's a Masterbuilt, it does have the slide in and out chute. The Charbroil like I have, you can't do that. The box it's a sealed box with the lid that has to be clamped down on, and you definitely want to have that lid clamped down on, because if you don't, it actually can ignite and you'll have flames in there. So you can't leave it sort of partially in the Charbroil that I know of. Let's see. Jonathan Andrews. How you doing, Jonathan? Right, dude, how did those chestnuts come out? in all honesty, not good. That's why I was doing a test, because I wanted to use them in something coming up. I have to do better at it. So they were about 50. No, okay, I gotta be honest here. They were about 20% okay, and I don't know what I did wrong. So I've got to do some more tests on it, because about 20% of them were perfect. About half of them were like, and then the remainder were just charred. It was weird. In the exact same cooking process, we went from perfect to completely charred, and I did nothing different to all of them. For some reason, they cooked differently. So I've got to figure out what my issue was with that. That's why when I'm doing something that I'm not too familiar with, I like to try it. I did chestnuts a long time ago, but I didn't have any real memory of everything that went into it. So if I want to use stuff in a video, I really want to try it first and give it a test and see how it's going to come out. Yeah. Let's see here. Char Griller, happy holidays, everyone. Happy holidays to you too, Char Griller. Good to see you. Bottle Cap Barbecue. Most of my videos take about 2 hours to edit, hoping to upgrade to better software soon. Yeah, I mean, I just, if I'm doing a long video, I will, especially let's say like the roast the other day, you put it in and it's going to sit there for an hour before you check it. I'll take that video footage, get it dumped into the computer, start assembling it. And especially in stuff that I do inside is all multicam, so I'll be running 3 cameras. I've started using multicam outside, so that's a different editing process. I use Adobe Premiere, and there's a multicam setting in it. Takes a lot more time, but it allows you to get more angles and things. So yeah, it can take a long time to edit. Let's see. Kevin Nash, hey Rye, you going to be here next week? I am going to be here next week. Yeah, I'll be here next week. Next week's what's today? The 22nd. Yep, we'll be doing 22nd. Forfo, also, I was introduced to your channel through your daughter. Thanks for helping with the turkey burgers, by the way. Oh, okay, cool. So, yeah, my daughter just got home from college yesterday. We picked her, early this morning, actually. Picked her up from the airport after midnight. So, cool. Nice. So, what's your name? I mean, well, you don't have to tell your name if you're one of her friends there. You don't have to give your name if Forfo is your screen name. But would she know you if I say, hey, Forfo is in the live stream? I'll have to tell you that. Your guys' turkey burgers looked good. Yeah. And then she posted she sent a picture to me of, I'm going to say this wrong, something she made. I don't know if a bunch of you made it. It's called momoyaki or something. Looked really good. Looked really good. But thanks for stopping by. Yeah, cool. Dwayne, there's an Italian supermarket in Edmonton. They sell roasted chestnuts every Christmas. They roast them themselves over fire outside. It's so good. Yeah, I did it outside and over the grill, and I tried to follow all the stuff that you're supposed to do, and they just, like I said, 20% were really good. The remaining 80% were, not good. So I've got to work on that. Let's see. Char Griller, my first car was a 68 Mustang. Still kicking myself for selling it. Yeah. A lot of people are when they have those old cars that they knew they had to get rid of at some point, and then years and years later, it's like, what did I do? Yeah. Marco Werner, do you have any meat you never had but want to get next time? That I've never had? Well, I mean, I have some plans to get some things that I haven't had that I want to cook that aren't going to be too different in process. Like I want to do some wild boar. Well, let's see. I've had bear, but I haven't cooked bear. So I'd like to do some bear. It's very different though. Bear you really have to cook. You have to cook fully. There's no such thing as rare bear. You're not supposed to, because there's certain parasites that can live in bear meat. So there's lots of different things that I want to do, different meats. But there's some meats that I've had that it's like I've had alligator and I just don't like alligator. I've had it several different ways and times and I just don't like it. So I wouldn't want to do something that I don't actually like. But yeah, there's a couple things I'd like to try. Let's see. Steph Simino, can a vortex be used for an indirect low and slow cook? Yeah. I wish I could remember some of the videos I've done, but I'm pretty sure in at least 1 or 2 videos I've used it for low and slow. It's no different than a slow and sear or a charcoal basket. You push it off to the side to contain the charcoal. What I do when I'm doing it is I invert it so that the wide part is up. That way, for a kettle especially, it sits right against the edge of the kettle. And, you put... For low and slow in the vortex, though, I would only fill it up like 1/3 to 1/2. Maybe, but 1/2 might even be pushing it, because That's still quite a bit of charcoal in there, especially if you're trying to go low. But I've used it for low and slow before, fine. It's hard if you have a big piece of meat because it does take up more real estate because that sort of the mouth reaches out inside the bottom of the kettle. But I've used it, I'm pretty sure I've used it, if not on video, I know I've used it for tri-tip, I've used it for chicken, things like that, going a little bit lower temperature. Yeah, you definitely can. Let's see. Jonathan Andrews, I'm at the same learning curve, Rye. Can't yet really find out the right way to attempt to cook them. Maybe at a slower cook, 275 to 300. Yeah, I don't know. I've got to figure it out if I'm going to use them in something, which I really want to. But that's a learning process with this. You know, I've said from the beginning, you know, I'm not an expert on anything of this. You know, I've been smoking stuff for now about 11 or 12 years, I think. 11 or 12 years. I've been grilling for, 30-something years. But you learn all the time. I learn stuff all the time. I think I've learned some things to the point where I can confidently say how they would come out if I do them, like tri-tip. The ribeye roast that I did, the video that came out this morning, I know that if I take that to 133 degrees like I did in the video, that I'm going to get that result. Now, it's always a little bit worrisome when you cut and you're going, I hope it turned out right, I hope it turned out right. But if you trust the temperature and you trust your equipment, and verify your equipment, make sure that it's giving you the right temperature readings, generally you can get the results repeated over and over as long as you've done it enough times. And that's where I think I can speak, not as an expert but with some experience on certain things like tri-tip and roasts, because I've done enough of them and I've found the way that works for me to get those consistent results. Let's see. Kevin Ash, always behind on the pictures to send them in here, doing my cooks on the weekends. Yeah, send them in, man. We'll be getting to pictures in just a minute here. Let's see. Peter says, a delicate piece of picana tastes like old shoe sole after a cook. Fast sear and slow till 57 or 60 centigrade. What did I do wrong? I'm not a picana expert. Have I done picana? I might have done picana a long time ago, not on video. But I think, let's see, you did a fast sear and then slow until 57 or 60. See, I do it reverse when I'm doing tri-tip. I will do the indirect first and to take it to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Then I'll sear it quickly on both sides. Then I'll return it indirect and take it to my desired temperature, which is usually 130 to 135. So I'll do indirect, sear, indirect. And I've found for tri-tip, that gives me reproducible results every time. Those results I'll get the same result every time. If I want that medium rare finish, that can get it for me. So maybe in the picana, try it instead of searing first, try doing indirect first, sear, and then finish indirect. Dwayne, my dad, who is fast approaching 90, said years ago that old cars are so neat the way the engines were made. Yeah, my dad worked for a Ford dealer for over 30 years. He worked in the parts department. And I remember going and hanging out down there and the mechanics and looking at the cars and watching them work on things. There were no computers. This is back in the 70s. There were just no computers and things. And it was just cool to watch them work with this stuff. These guys it was just amazing stuff. Yeah. Bottle Cap Barbecue, same here, Kevin. I keep forgetting to send my pictures in. Yeah, send them in. Forfo, yeah, my name's... Oh, you're Justice. How are you doing, Justice? Good to see you. I know she said... Did you leave already, or are you heading back home to this weekend? I know she said some of her friends were just leaving this weekend. So good to see you. I'll have to tell her you stopped in. Splitty Booms, how you doing? Hey, Ryan, everybody curious. Does a drip pan filled with water liquid get the same results as the slow and sear, or do I have the wrong idea about slow and sear? Slow and sear really is, for me, the part of it that works wonderful is the slow part. You can sear on it, but then you can sear over a pile of charcoal. The slow and sear works really well for doing that 6 to 7 hours of uninterrupted charcoal cooking for indirect. You start it at one side and it burns across. There's other ways to do that, obviously. You could do snake method, minion method. You can put briquette baskets together. But for a single piece of equipment, the slow and sear does that. It has a water reservoir. You don't have to use the water reservoir, at least in one version, like mine's removable. But yeah, no, a drip pan with water will serve the same purpose. It'll keep moisture in the chamber. And I've done that before when I use the baskets instead of the slow and sear. I will put, a drip pan in there with water in it just to keep some moisture in the chamber. Same effect, absolutely. Let's see. Let's see here. Let me cut here. I want to get caught up so I can get to pictures. Splitty Boom's trying to figure out if it's something I should consider buying. It's an investment. I mean, it's not a cheap piece of equipment, but I would say, you know, if you're going to do something low and slow a lot, it's very useful. It really rocks at keeping that temperature in that 250 range is what I've found. You know, if you like 250, boom. I can keep that thing going right around 250 within 10 degrees of that for 6 or 7 hours before I have to add more charcoal. So, and in a 6 or 7 hour cook, unless you're doing a brisket or something like that, you know, you may not ever have to add anything more. So yeah, if you're doing long, low and slow cooks, in my opinion, it's a definite help. It really does. It's kind of like a little bit like a pellet grill and set it and forget it. You know, except you're using charcoal and you add wood on top or in there, whatever you want to do. That's what I do is I just, you know, have a little flip up on the cooking grate where I can add, you know, wood on top when I want to. Let's see. Okay. Char griller. I like how you use the vortex to use your cast iron pan. Yeah, it's like a big hot burner under a cast iron pan. Marco Werner. Okay, I need to go. Wish you all a good day. Thank you, Marco, for stopping by. Great Meals Barbecue. I've had so many cool cars over the years and regret getting rid of them all. 23 T-Bucket, 67 Camaro, 55 Chevy car and truck, 67 Cougar, 40 Ford pickup. Man, nice. Bottle Cap Barbecue. The slow and sear is less about the water, more about the organized charcoal holder. You get more steam from the SNS, but it goes fast. I would think pan would be better. Yeah, if you need more water, then drip pan in the middle. You could do both even, you know, and you don't even have to use the reservoir if it's removable. You can add more charcoal and have a hotter burn or a longer burn. And just use a drip pan fill of water for your moisture element. Bottle cap. I just can't justify an accessory that costs more than the kettle itself. It is expensive. I mean, I was fortunate enough. It was given to me by Adrenaline Barbecue to try out and test, and I was appreciative of that. And again, I think that it's the slow part of it is the thing that works better than the sear, because you can sear on it. There's nothing wrong with that. But you can sear on, like I said, a lump of charcoal, you know, just a pile of charcoal. I think for the slow, it really works well. So yeah, it's not for everybody. It's really not. It's expensive, and so you have to decide, do I want to invest that money in it? It's an investment, you know. Let's see. Peter says, thanks, Ray. I'll try it. Yeah, give that a shot and see if doing a different sort of method of, you know, indirect and then searing would work. Kevin Nash, I think a bread pan with water and charcoal basket below that is a good slow and sear cheat. Yeah. Look, there's plenty of ways to do those low and slow cooks. I've used charcoal baskets. I've used the Vortex. I've used the slow and sear. I've used, you know, a snake method of charcoal. You can do any of these things in multiple ways. Sometimes you just have to decide how much help do you want in it, you know, for what you're doing. Are you someone who really wants to just be able to dump the charcoal in there and just let it go? You know, then the slow and sear might be for you. Do you mind playing with it a little more? You know, then the baskets might work. And again, I've done it several different ways, and I'll continue to do it several different ways because I like trying different things. Yeah. Let's see. AD, I use tea instead of water in my water pan. It works wonderfully. Have you ever used something other than water in yours? We impart flavor with smoke. Why not with our moisture? I've used juices and things like that diluted with water before. I haven't noticed a whole lot of difference because one of the things when you're smoking is, remember, smoke loves moisture. So if you are imparting moisture in there, the moisture is getting on the meat, which you want it to, or helping the meat to not release so much moisture by keeping humidity in the cooking chamber. The smoke finds that moisture. You want it to find some of that moisture that's on the meat so the smoke clings to the meat. Remember, smoke is nothing but little tiny particles. That's all it is. There's a gaseous element to it, but most of that gaseous element isn't the thing that affects the flavor. It's the particles. Let's see. Great Meals Barbecue. I'll put some pics on my channel soon. Cool. Forfo. Yeah, I'm going to be leaving on Sunday. Wish me a safe flight. I'm glad Deirdre landed safely. I'll let her know that. Yeah, you have a safe flight home too. And yeah, have fun. If I remember, I don't want to say where you're from because you may not want people to know, but yeah, have fun there. Nice place to live. I have friends that live there. Let's see. Dwayne, a paternal cousin was test driving vehicles and writing reviews about them in a magazine. Sometimes they would forget to get the vehicle back and they would be sitting in my cousin's driveway. Well, that's a nice thing to forget. Yeah. Splitty Booms. Thanks, Ray. I think I would hold off. Not quite at the skill level for briskets and such. Yeah, I mean, again, all these items, I could do without every single item except the kettle. If all I had was the kettle, I could figure a way to do all the things I want to do. It just takes more work and more monitoring. all these accessories and things that you get, whether it's a little basket or the Vortex or the Slow and Sear, whatever they are, they just make it easier to do certain things. They simplify the process. But at the end of the day, if all you had was the kettle and a bag of charcoal, you could do any of these things that I've done without any other thing. It just takes more work. Yeah. Smoke and Barbecue tips and recipes. How are you doing? Good to see you. Let's see. Let's get going here. Let me get caught up because I am going to get into pictures soon. Great Meals Barbecue. Got to run, folks. Grandkids are here to play with Papa. You all have been trumped. Have a great day. Say hey to the grandkids. Have fun with them. MD Outdoors, that rib roast looked amazing. Thank you. It was very good. Yeah. Let's see. Nigel Gilbert. Can you cook a ham in a smoker Weber kettle from raw? If you can get a raw ham, yeah, it's actually kind of difficult around here to get a raw ham. They're usually all pre-smoked or pre-cooked. But yes, you can. You just have to cook it and smoke it to the right temperature so it's safe. That's the main thing with any piece of meat, especially if you're talking about a ham that's been like salt cured and cured like that without smoke and without finishing, smoking and cooking it to safe temperature, then yes, you can. It's just like any other piece of meat. You have to cook it to the safe temperature and add smoke at the same time for flavor. Let's see. Randy, on your bacon wrap pork loin, is there any cook differences between the Weber and the Oklahoma Joe's smoker? No, it's just a different cooker. You can get similar results in both. It's just whatever you're burning. You know, in the Oklahoma Joe's, generally you're obviously burning wood, so you're probably going to get a slightly different smoke flavor, maybe a little bit more intense smoke flavor than you would in the Weber kettle, adding pieces of wood for smoke if you're doing it that way. So you can get nearly identical results in both. It might just be a difference in the smoke flavor. Let's see. MD Outdoors, how do you like the Oklahoma Joe's offset? I love it. It works great for me for an inexpensive consumer grade offset smoker with a few modifications. It works great. My only complaint against it, and the only reason I'll eventually be moving up to a larger smoker, is just capacity. You know, I want to be able to do more on the smoker than it would reasonably hold. I don't want to pack it too full of stuff. But I use that thing, you know, frequently, and even when I get a larger smoker, I'll still keep that because there may be times when I don't need to like fire up, let's say, a Lang or, you know, a bigger Yoder or, you know, a Lone Star with as much wood to generate the temperature that I could in the smaller offset. Yeah. Splitty Booms, I honestly just think it's cool to have a bunch of grilling gadgets on display. It's fun to use them. It is. There's no denying that. You know, and they do make things easier at times. So, yeah. Char Griller, well said, Ryan. My dad never had anything but his kettle and did just fine. Yeah, you can look. Go on my channel and search for DIY smoker. DIY smoker. If you haven't seen that video yet, go see what I did with some foil pans and some metal skewers. I won't tell you if you haven't seen it, but go look at that. And that should tell you what you can do with virtually nothing. So go check that out. Let's see. Nigel Gilbert, great, thanks. You're much appreciated. Peter, have to go, right? Thanks for answering. See you next time. Good luck with that pecan. I think it was you who asked, Peter. Was it you, Peter? Just yeah, good luck, but have a great day. Oh, Splitty Booms. Thank you very much for the donation to the Meat Fund. Let's see. Ho, ho, ho. Truly enjoy your vids. Been a rough year. Your vids actually end up offsetting some of that crappiness. Have a great holiday, Rye, and everybody else. Man, thank you very much, and I'm glad you're enjoying the videos. I mean, I enjoy making them. I just love making them. I love this. I love getting the reactions and talking to people in chat. I love the comments. In fact, I'm so behind on the comments from today that are on that roast video because I just didn't get time to get into the comments, but I try to answer every comment and to give some sort of response because I just enjoy engaging. So, man, thank you so much. And we're going to bring out the third Bat Cow animation here because we've got to get the story moving forward once again. We've done Bat Cow 1, Bat Cow 2. Here's Bat Cow 3 and the introduction of our villain. Thank you, Splitty Booms.
Bat Cow thanks you.
Right on, Bat Cow.
Oh no, Bat Cow.
You're mine now, piggy.
Oh, I'm insane. Splitty Boobs, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. And I'm glad you're enjoying the videos. Yeah, you know, I'm sorry if you've been having crappiness this year. You know, I've had crappy times this year too. Not everything is great all the time. But I have to be honest, making videos and stuff like that actually does help stuff. It really is nice to engage with people and put stuff out there that's really just doing something I love to do, which is cook and grill and smoke and all that stuff. So Randy Claflin, also, how long do you use wood for an average cook time? Let's see, Randy, what was your previous question on your bacon? Well, if you're talking about, let's say in the offset, I'm using wood the whole time. If you're talking about in the kettle, I'll usually, let's say something takes 2 hours or 3 hours in the kettle, I will usually use wood for about the first half to 2/3 of that. And when I say use wood, I mean put wood chunks or pieces on the burning charcoal to generate smoke. The wood on the kettle is not really adding any heat. The wood in the offset is what is your heat source, your fuel source. So 100% of the time, generally on the offset, unless something is wrapped and I just decide I'm going to dump a bunch of charcoal in the basket. But even then, I'm usually just burning wood because it's more economical to just keep burning a few splits of wood while something is wrapped in foil versus, you know, dumping half a bag of charcoal to keep that heat going. So, yeah, usually about that much. Raspberry Rock, no, not Chicken Joker too. Chicken Joker, sorry, he had to make an appearance. Let's see. Char Griller says it's amazing how cooking brings people together. Absolutely agree. I cannot believe it is almost an hour and we haven't done pictures yet. All right, hold on. We're going to move into pictures now, people, because we got to get to them. All right, let's get going to viewer slides. Now, remember, if you want to have your photos from your cooks and things featured, go to my Facebook page. The link is on the screen there. You can look at it and type it in. Private message me any cooking photos you have and with a message saying you give me permission to use them. If you don't use Facebook, you can go on desktop or laptop to the About section of my YouTube page, and there is a view email link there. You can click that, and then you can email me the photos with the same message saying you give me permission to use them, and we'll try and feature them on an upcoming live stream. I think we're up over 250 photos since I started doing this that we featured. So let's get to this week's photos. Oh, Brandon Larson. Brandon, I don't know if you're still here, but if I remember correctly, these were some pork loins you were saying. I think you were saying these were pork loins or something. I know it's pork, but nice looking. And then what you did with these were really nice, if I'm remembering correctly. Nice pull. Look at that. Good looking pull for these. Pulled pork sandwich, beans, and potato chips. Nice. I would not turn that meal down at all. Bud Light Daddy Juan, are you in here today? I don't think I've seen you, but these were bacon wrapped chicken lollipops, if I remember correctly. And these start looking good as you watch. And he's using the Old Smoky, I think, to cook these. Yep. Oh, look at that. Nice. Look at that color. Holy moly. Beautiful. Oh, Bud Light, are you in here? Man, look at that. Gorgeous color. Gorgeous. I mean, just look at that shine. All right, the mashed potatoes look good. The peas and carrots and everything look good. But man, look at that chicken lollipop. Nice. That bacon on there had to have been awesome. Just awesome. Kent Vandervert, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Kent, I don't know if you're in here. I don't remember seeing your name or if you have a different screen name. But Kent has several things here. Nice racks of ribs here. Looking good. Pull back on the bones. You can see that right there. I would bet with those ribs, if you picked those up with a set of tongs in the middle, those would flex almost and bend in half. They look just about that perfectly cooked right there. Nice breakfast sandwich. Looks like we've got some eggs, bacon. I'm not sure what it looks like. Biscuit gravy. That looks like it could be sausage gravy. Oh, onion bombs. Kent, are you in here? Oh, man. Onion bombs. Look at those. Really nice. Wow. I think I know what this is. Was this your tri-tip? Kent, I think you said this was tri-tip, and if it is, that's looking really good. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Matt, are you still here? Matt. Yes, Matt, here you go. I think, Matt, you're Dive Master Matt, aren't you? Do I have you the same one? Matt Moratelli, Dive Master Matt? I think so. Here's your Vortex, man. That'll work. You've got the skills. Looking good. I've heard some people refer to the homemade ones as Portexes or something like that. It's hey man, if it works, it works. Nice. It looks, honestly, it looks pretty much identical to, you know, the one that I bought. And again, I don't mind paying for mine. It was a really decent price. It was like $40 something. It was for a list. I think it was a Father's Day gift that I suggested, you know. So, but it's worked. That looks nice. Good work, man. Good skills. Nick Castro. Nick, I'm not sure if you're in here, but look at this, cooking over the campfire in cast iron. Those are some pork chops, I believe. Love that picture. That looks so nice. Oh, good ribs there. Good looking ribs. Nice. Looks like you do an indirect with some lump charcoal on one side. Oh, tri-tip. And that is a very pronounced tri-tip. You see how it's got that L there? A lot of times you won't find that. They'll be more like a triangle. So I have seen a few times where you get that really pronounced L. Oh, look at that. Nice finish, Nick. Look at that color. That's what I shoot for in my tri-tips right there, just like that. Spatchcock turkey. Look at that. Beautiful bird. Beautiful bird. Looks like lump charcoal again. Nice. Cut into that bird. Look at the color that the skin came out on that bird. Look at that. Really nice. And of course, you can't do the turkey without some turkey drumsticks separately. Look at that good color. I love that mahogany color you can get, especially on like turkey legs, turkey thighs with a good coating. There's something about it. It's actually different to me than chicken when I've done these. You get a different color on turkey versus chicken, say legs, drumsticks, in the same process. I don't know what it is. Robert Barnes, installation of a sensor port in your Weber kettle. Now, Robert, if you're not in here, I'd be really curious to know how that sensor port holds up in the lower half, being closer to charcoal, or if you're never going to have it like on the side where the charcoal is going to be. That was my one concern. I didn't want to put a sensor port in the lower part of the kettle. So I'd be really curious to see how that holds up if it's in closer, you know, proximity to super hot charcoal. So let me know. Tim Van Dyke. Tim, are you here? I don't think Tim was doing much grilling this day. It just does not look like he was doing much. Oh, Wade Jarrett. We've got some nice chicken here. I remember Wade telling me in the message what he did here, and it's kind of cool. It's a good-looking bird there. Oh, nice pieces. But then watch what he does here. I think this was chicken. I don't think this was turkey, because I think what you said you did next was what I did in a video. Let's see. Yeah, okay, it was the smoked chicken salad. Unless you did smoked turkey salad, which you can do, but good looking stuff. I would love that on some toast. I would. Let's see, I think that might have been the last one. Yep, okay, we are back to the beginning here. Again, thank you everybody for sending in your photos, and do like I said, you know, go to my Facebook page, send them in, go to my About section of my YouTube page. You can use the email link there. Love to feature photos. Really good looking photos this week. All right, let me jump back into chat here. Let's see. Okay. Splitty Booms. Yes, Chicken Joker comes around. Put a smile on my face. Got to take care all. Off to do some decorating. Cheers to you all. Have a great day, Splitty Booms. Boatworks today, looking at an electric smoker for this winter. Brand is Smoking It, which I hear is pretty good. Going with electric strictly for convenience. Is there another brand I should take a look at? I've never heard of that brand, but if you've heard good things, that's fine. I have a Charbroil, which I'm happy with. I have a Masterbuilt, which I'm happy with. Those are kind of the Bradley electric smokers, or some of them are more expensive. But look, if it works, it works. That's the main thing. An electric smoker is only as good as its heating element and its controls. If the heating element and the controls work well, it really should be fine. Let's see. Chad H., could you say hi to my daughter Chelsea? Hi Chelsea, how are you doing? You seeing this? Good to see you. Go Green Bay. I actually am a Green Bay fan. I'm not a big football fan, but when I do watch football, I like Green Bay. I like Notre Dame. I know I'm from Southern California, and I'm not like a Trojan fan or a Bruin fan. I'm just not. like I said, my parents were were from Minnesota, and so we were big Lakers fans because the Lakers moved out here. But I've always been more of a fan when I watch stuff of like Green Bay and Notre Dame and stuff like that. Let's see, Dive Master Matt, cool idea for the chicken lollipops. Sure was, and those were good looking chicken lollipops. Let's see, Bottle Cap says, Kent is Daddy Dutch. Yep, was Daddy Dutch in here? I didn't see him. Splitty Booms was going to leave, but so glad I stuck around to see those meat lollipops. Good grief, in the morning, those look awesome. They sure do. That color on them. It's like, it looks like candy. It looks nice, man. Let's see. Kevin Nash says, nice grub, peeps. Yeah, Dive Master Matt, it's not that shiny anymore. Yeah, well, I mean, when I got mine, it was shiny, and if you watched that gift video I did where I held it up, it's definitely not shiny anymore. You put it to use, man. It's going to get some, it's going to get working. Look at my kettle. I've had people say, man, your kettle's kind of dirty. It's like, yeah, it gets used 3 or 4 times a week. I wipe it down. I try and clean the inside of the lid and the base probably once a month or twice a month usually for the lid to try and keep any deposits off of it. My equipment gets used. My equipment is like a work truck almost. It's going to have dings and dents in it, and it's going to get used and used and used. So, yeah, none of my stuff is shiny anymore. Except maybe that knife I have. I keep that shiny just because I'm so scared of that thing. It is so sharp. I'm afraid what's going to happen if I don't keep it clean. Let's see. Pickle says, hey, Matt, what'd you make it out of? Yeah, what did you use? Gregory Hillman, how you doing, Gregory? Kevin Nash, saw a Weber Performer on sale today. Over $150 off retail, was really tempting. Those are nice grills, man. Those are nice grills. Dive Master Matt says, 26-gauge sheet metal with stainless steel rivets. Cool. Char Griller, lump is the way to go in grilling. Love the spatchcock turkey pick. Yeah, that's a nice looking bird. See, I don't use lump when I'm doing indirect. I don't have any problem with people who do. I just prefer to use briquettes. I will use lump when I'm doing direct grilling sometimes. I just like using briquettes because they're more predictable in the way that I cook. I know that, they're going to burn consistently because it's all the same size or all the same shape. They're not going to burn as hot as lump. If I want a really hot fire, I can add lump to it. And I've actually done that in the offset. If I want to kick the temperature up quickly, I will add some pieces of hardwood lump and really get the heat going along with the wood. Yeah. Lime and Cuervo. Oh my God, Old Smoky, that brings back memories. My first cooker. Bought at least 6 of those throughout the years until I moved up to a larger cooker. They're kind of cool looking too. I wasn't familiar with them until I saw Bud Light Daddy Juan's photos. He started submitting them several months ago. I'd never heard of those, and they were just so cool looking. Let's see. Kevin Nash, that's a nice idea to add in a port for probe wires. I bend my wires under the lid. Yeah, I cut a slot in my lid. In fact, I did a video on it so that I can feed the port wires through that slot so they don't get pinched. Joe's Barbecue House. Good afternoon, Ryan. Just finished up stuffing some homemade venison and Italian sausage. Nice. So expensive, but well worth it. Grilling them tomorrow. Nice. That sounds good, actually. Some venison. Dive Master Matt, I got it very hot before I used it to burn any contaminants, and I seared some of the choice filet mignon over at Holy Sizzle. Vortex, man, I tell you, it's kind of like I say, that Victorinox knife is scary sharp. The Vortex is scary hot. I've actually heard people say that they've warped their cooking grates using it with the small mouth side up, filling with charcoal and getting it so hot and putting something over it that the cooking grate was warped. That hasn't happened to me. I guess it could happen if you have like a cooking grate that's not heavy gauge metal, but it gets scary hot. Really, really hot if you want a hot fire. Yeah. Let's see. Brandon Larson, thank you everyone for sharing. Now I'm starving. Yeah, I know. I get to make grilled cheese this afternoon. Kevin Nash, look at the Pit Boss Copper Series 5-pellet smoker if you want to smoke rings and good 24-hour temp control. Yeah, a pellet grill is in my future. It's, I think it's number two in the line after the 26-inch kettle. I know I've been saying that for months, but I just don't have time right now to go get something else and space for something else. I have to rejigger stuff where I'm going to put things. But the 26-inch kettle is what I want for some more cooking real estate in the Weber sort of way. So that's my number one thing that I want to add to my arsenal. Let's see. Dwayne says that food looks awesome. It absolutely does. Yeah. Bottle Cap Barbecue taking off. Everybody have a great day all. Bottle Cap, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Jonathan Andrews, hey, Rye, gotta go, but good seeing you live. Thanks for answering all our questions. Can't wait for more videos. Take care. Thank you. Appreciate that. Char Griller, when I see dirty, I see well used. I do too. I mean, it gets used all the time. All the time. I mean, like I said, I do 4 videos a week. Most of those are on the kettle. So my kettle gets used most. My offset gets used once or twice a month. Yeah, so stuff just gets used all the time. Let's see. Joe's Barbecue House, thanks for the sub, Pickles. I'll check out your channel after the show. Cool. Yeah, guys, check everybody else's channel out. Give it a look. People put out some really good content here. You know, I've learned a lot from watching a lot of people on YouTube and enjoy it. I get so behind on watching videos, though, because putting out videos and then going to watch videos, and I like to see what other people are doing. It's just I get so behind. Sometimes I'm like 4 or 5 days behind in watching what someone put out. Pickles Barbecue, I cook on the Old Smoky. It's funky but fun. It is a funky cooker. I like the look of it. I mean, it's just a really cool looking cooker. Joe's Barbecue House says, show some love and hit that like button. Yeah, if you're enjoying the live stream, you know, go ahead and hit that like button. It shows YouTube people are enjoying it, and it feels good. Yeah. Brandon Larson, make sure you put bacon on your grilled cheese. That's the way Mandy likes. I'm doing something a little different. It's not bacon, but you'll see. You'll see. All right, everybody. Got to start wrapping it up here. We've been going for 1 hour and 10 minutes. Wow. Long one today. That's good. It was fun. So, everybody, I appreciate everybody stopping by today and chatting, watching stuff, and seeing all these photos. Great photos. Again, send your photos in if you want to see them featured. Be back next Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And got some more videos coming out this week, so look for those. Grilled cheese video, I think, is coming out tomorrow, the one I'm doing today. So, everybody, have a great day. And let me see if there's any last-minute things. Jim Littler says, love my 26-inch Weber real estate is awesome. I agree. That's what I'm going for. I know it's a charcoal eater, but that's what I want it. So, everybody, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you again next week.